Stories about idiots for those special people in your life. So my younger brother was doing his math homework. He was trying to find the speed or velocity or something like that in kilometers per hour. He needs help and asks me this question: how many kilometers are in an hour? Note that he was 14 and he was dead serious. I do so know where Canada is. My friend's sister had a reputation for being mentally vacant. We would often challenge her to see if we could get her to say something funny. By the way, I use the word challenge loosely. One day we were messing with her and getting her to say some stuff that I can't even remember, because all that stuck in my head was the following part of the conversation. One of us said to her, "You probably don't even know where Canada is." She responded, "I do so know where Canada is." We said, "Okay, where is Canada then?" Her reply, "I don't know exactly where it is, but it's somewhere in New York." She was a high school junior at the time. I'm from Norway. This American girl asked me a few questions once. Question 1, are there polar bears in Norway? Not that bad of a question, since there technically is, just not anywhere near the mainland. Question 2, are there computers in Norway? Yes. Question 3, does Norway have the same problems with Vikings as America has with black people? Didn't really know how to respond to that one. Sharks. I'm calling myself out on this one. During the summer between freshman and sophomore year, I was contemplating various subjects, daydreaming, but just wandering thoughts. Puzzled by my latest thought, I asked my sisters, do sharks breathe air? I had confused sharks with dolphins. They have yet to let me live it down. My mom isn't very smart. A long time ago I was holding some of my BF, now ex, stuff while he went back to his home country. He lives alone with other housemates but don't know them well enough. One of the said items is his slimmer laptop. My mom came over to visit me and she saw the laptop. Complimented how good it looked compared to mine. Then she asked me how to open it. I thought that it was kinda obvious. So I jokingly said, "Say open." And she said, "Open." Of course it didn't work. So I laughed. Kitchen Coke. So I used to work at a redneck bar and grill in southern Florida. Almost every night something wild would happen. One night I'm working a dish when suddenly some trashed biker gang looking dude just stumbles into the kitchen. He is just talking to all of the workers as if he knew any of us. The manager told him that he had to go. As he was leaving the kitchen, another customer that I didn't know walked into the kitchen bumping into the biker dude. When they bumped, a bag of what looked to be cocaine fell onto the floor. No one could tell who dropped the bag, but it resulted in a huge fight in the kitchen. My favorite part was after all the chaos, my co-worker came up to me to brag about how he snagged the bat during the brawl. Because I ripped my pants. So, I've gained a little weight since this whole COVID thing and came to the discovery while leaning over to pick up my wallet that I dropped before going to the store. Okay, let's rewind a bit. After carefully squeezing my thighs into a pair of pants, I waddled into the living room where my girlfriend sat waiting to go to the store. All the while in denial of why my pants probably needed to be surgically removed from my body. As I asked my girlfriend if she was ready to go to the store, I grabbed my wallet and then dropped it on the floor. I stared at it in horror and out of breath from walking the whole 20 feet from the bedroom to the living room. I thought to myself, I don't need it, it can stay there. Knowing that I needed money in my eye for where we were going, I eventually got the courage to lean over and attempt to pick it up. I got within fingertip range and realized I couldn't bend anymore. I thought deep down inside as my finger grazed the leather of the wallet and gave myself the most heartfelt motivational speech I could think of, and with one last hurrah I gave it everything I had. I grabbed my wallet and at the same time my ass burst through the back of my pants like a Kool-Aid man on a hot summer day. My girlfriend looked me square in the eyes, said it looked like an airbag going off. She didn't know whether to call 911 or check to see if there was any survivors. After making sure no one was injured, she laughed till she cried. I am now recovering in my bedroom eating a popsicle while my girlfriend cuts the remainder of the pants off me and the cats are investigating the crime scene in the living room. Needless to say, we never made it to the store. An interesting way to solve hemorrhoid problems. Okay, so my boyfriend, now ex-boyfriend, 26M, and I, 22F, we messing around in bed one afternoon. I personally really like toys and anal play, so toys are out scattered around the room. At one point my BF looks at me and says, I want you to try putting a butt plug in me. I'm like, no. I've never tried this, but I really don't want to. He begs and I cave. So I have this set of 10 plugs. Sizes obviously, 1 being the smallest and 10 being the largest. So I pull out number 1. He's like, no, bigger. So I pull out number 3. He's like, no, bigger. So I pull out number 6. This is the largest one I have ever even considered using. And he's like, no, bigger. I want the biggest one. This toy is massive, you guys. I'm talking huge. I'm like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. He insists. I'm like, whatever, dude, your asshole. So I lube it up real well. Start working it in. He's like, just shove it in. So I pop it in and he starts howling and screaming. Get it out. Get it out. So I pull it out and he starts full on hemorrhaging from his butthole. He runs to the bathroom and is in there for quite a while. Long enough for me to get myself off, clean up, and have a nap. He eventually comes out with the biggest smile on his face. I'm like, are you okay? He goes, I just took the first real shit I've been able to take in a month. I'm like, what? Then this dude proceeds to tell me that he has hemorrhoids so bad that he could not shit properly. So by me shoving this massive toy up his ass, they burst enough that he was finally able to shit. TL, doctor, a guy begged me to shove a huge toy up his ass and ended up curing his massive hemorrhoids.